Hey, what up guys? It's Nader with Friends 3, back with another war recap video. Without further ado, let's pull this thing open, see what we got. We got a nice little win streak going. As you can see, we got a couple perfect wars in there, and the ones that aren't perfect are 98, 98, 98, 97, 9. So, I mean, big ups to Friends 3, man. We've been bringing it pretty good. Some of the clans we've been facing aren't the greatest clans in the world, but I'll tell you what helps. We have a lot of activity in the clans, so as soon as the war starts, guys come out swinging, and they're throwing down 3 stars quick. So, I mean, within an hour or two of the war starting, there's like 10 or 12 3 stars on the enemy team. So, a lot of times, what it does is it sucks the life right out of them, and they don't even try. And that's kind of what happened this time. We went up against S.O.G. Not sure what that stands for, but you can see what they did to our side. And then, like I said, we got that perfect on our side. We had a little bit of an advantage with our boy Flag on top as an 11, and they didn't have any 11s, but we 3-starred everything except for number 1 without him. So again, man, big ups to our guys doing a really nice job on some of these attacks. So let's get into it. The first replay we're going to look at is SL taking on their number 2. Their number 2 was a true Town Hall 10, and SL is a Town Hall 10 as well. So it's a pretty even matchup. You can see this guy's base is almost maxed. I see like an archer tower that's not, but it's a full-on max Town Hall 10. Just average heroes, I guess, 21, 21. But SL brings in this Mass Valk, but he's got some skill in it too. Normally Mass Valks is you create a funnel and just send all your Valks in, and there's not really much going on. But he brings a little bit of a Queen Walk, which takes some skill, as you guys know, if you're Queen Walkers, to get your Queen to go the right way and to do what you want to do. Is definitely not just a spray and pray mentality. It takes some skill to get her to go where you want her to go and to do what you want her to do. So let's watch SL take on this base. His Queen gets super low. I watched this one live, and I remember going, man, pop that ability. But he waits, a perfect amount of time. So he brings in his Queen again from the top right. Man, she almost dies right there. That was close. And then he brings a Golem for tanking from the top, with some wall breakers to pop that wall, and then he's gonna bring his kill squad. I talked to him on chat about why he waited, and it was because he wanted to draw that CC out before he dropped his Valks in. He knew what was in the CC because it had been hit before, but he didn't want to have his Valks go in and get hammered by those loons, so he waited to draw it out. He waited to drop his poisons on the CC, as you can see right there. With no air targeting troops, he takes out the CC with his double poison. And then here come the Valks. And the Valks, as you know, under Rage and Heal, just terrorize bases. Both his heroes are down, but he's got enough Valks to take care of the rest of this base. He's out of spells. But there's only, 2 defenses left. He's got that archer tower on the left corner, and then that cannon bottom left, but he's just got way too many Valks for those 2 defenses to stop him, and the rest is just cleanup. We'll speed it up. Really nice attack again, with the skill to bring in his Queen Walk and then to wait to bring in his kill squad. It's again, it's not just spray and pray. He did a really nice job there, so good job, SL. Keep it up, man. Let's see what else we got. So they had this was a Town Hall 10, this was a Town Hall 10, and then the rest, the middle part was all Town Hall 9. So SL dipped on a 9. We won't watch that. Rocket Man, I talked about him before in previous videos. He's our resident air guy, and he brings an amazing air attack here. He is a 9.5, and this is a Town Hall 9. I normally wouldn't show these dips, but the attack was so sweet that I had to show it. And he actually swags his his Town Hall 10 spell. So the extra spell that he gets at Town Hall 10 he doesn't even use, which evens it out a little bit more. But so you can see this base. He's got his Expos at ground, which is kind of the trend nowadays with all the Valk, mass Valk attacks and Govahos and hog-based attacks. A lot of guys are bringing their Expos to ground, which really opens up the air game. So if you are not proficient at air, I recommend that you use the FCs to get proficient, because you'll be able to take out a lot of these bases with the Expos at ground. So he comes in at 3 o'clock, brings in his heroes and his golem, creates the funnel. He brought some Valks in there as well to help tear up that front side of the base. He's taken out the heroes, he's taken out the enemy CC and 2 ADs. And then here comes the Balloon Parade. 2 Hounds to the first AD with targeted loons behind, and then you start dropping your spells. As you know, loons are super slow, so you're going to have to bring enough rages and haste to get them around the base before those hounds get destroyed. But you can see he's got pups all around on the bottom half of the base with no defenses left. He's got his loons coming in from every angle. And he's still got a rage in the bag. Like I said, that's his extra Town Hall 10 rage. I thought he might have dropped it here, but he didn't, because that hound is taking just enough damage. That's another key right there. Super smart of him not to drop that rage. Part of the reason why air attacks work is when your hounds pop. And if you're dumping your spells and destroying those defenses quickly, the hounds aren't going to pop. And I've seen many an air attack fail because a guy's got 2 or 3 hounds left after the raid and not enough pups. So good on Rock not dropping that rage, letting his hound pop because he knew he had enough loons to take out the remaining defenses. So just a really nice raid there by Rock. Good job, man. Let's keep moving down, see what else we got. Here's Buck. I don't think we've featured Buck before. He's our number 9. He's a Town Hall 9. He's got pretty good heroes, but nothing crazy, as you can tell. I mean, 13 and 17, that's just average for Town Hall 9. But he brings another air attack as well, and it's really, really nice. He comes in bottom right here, drops his golem and his wizards to funnel. What I thought was super special about this attack is watch him hold his AQ. Normally you don't want to hold your AQ, but watch him hold his AQ, and he purposely walks her in a counterclockwise fashion up the right side of that base, so that she'll work her way again towards the top right of that base and take out those defenses and actually end up almost targeting that AD. I think the golem that he drops takes out the AD. The plan in his head was for his AQ to take it out, but the golems helped her out. So you can see the AQ walking, which again was on purpose. He's got 2 golems tanking for her, so she's taken out the trash on that side. He's already taken out an AD and the CC and the enemy AQ, which is the goal of every air raid. And as soon as that AD goes down, here comes the Balloon Parade. So you can see he drops in a couple loons unguarded from the top because the defenses up there are targeting those golems. So he knew he could drop a couple loons. And then here comes 2 hounds in a haste to get his loons in there. Again, look at his AQ up there. I mean, such a smart attack for him to hold that AQ just a little bit so that she stays up and he walks up that right side of the base. As soon as that AD goes down and the hounds transition to the last AD, you drop more loons on the backside with your spells to get the loons in there. And at this point, it's pretty much over. He's just got way too many loons. The only air targeting defense now is that wizard tower. Man, he even brought a giant to tank. That's like a hog strategy where you bring giants to tank for your hogs. He did that for his loons, which was super smart on that wiz tower because he knew that was going to be the last thing he was going to take out. And on an air attack, the wiz tower dropping splash damage on your loons can be a bad thing. So he knew that if he brought that giant, he'd be able to tank for his loons. The giant didn't last long enough, but it was still a really good plan. And at this point, it's just cleanup. Look at that. His queen's at full health. She took out that entire top right and even top left part of the base. He's got a ton of loons left Just a really nice strategic attack by Buck. Good job, man. Keep it up. Let's see what else we got. Nation's a 9.5, so we won't watch that. Ronnie, this is a really nice attack by Ronnie. He hasn't been in a video yet, but he did such a nice job here. We got to feature this. He's got good heroes, 20 king, 25 AQ. He comes with a queen walk Gova with no golems. We've seen this attack before on some of the war recaps that I've done, and it's a really nice attack. I had never seen it until SL brought it to our clan. And like I said before, a lot of our guys are taking it on and practicing a lot with it, and they're getting really proficient at it. And the goal is to have your queen create one side of the funnel, and as she moves, what you're going to do is you're going to bring your king with some wizards to create the other half of the funnel, and then drop your Valks between your BK and your AQ funnel. So you see wizards go down so that the king only has one way to go. And then as your king and queen meet up, he's going to drop his Valks here to tear into this base. With no chance to go anywhere else, they're gonna proceed into the base. And like I said before, the spell combo is rage him in, heal him in the core, rage him out of the core. It's the same thing every time. He drops another rage there. He's got to have a heal go down here quick. There it is. So he does a double rage. I mean, you can do that. The walls are a little bit stronger. So he wanted to make sure that his Valks were going to tear into that core. I mean, look at the Valks. He's got a ton of Valks up, still terrorizing the space. You can see he brings in his targeted hogs at the outlying defenses because he knows that the big bombs are going to be at the core. So he doesn't have to worry about the hogs taking out a big bomb out there. And at this point, there's just not really much else on this base that can stop him. He's still got his queen almost at full strength. His BK's at full strength. He's got a ton of Valks. His hogs are still working through. Right there, they pop a spring trap, which is okay. I mean, his hogs end up not completely taking out this base, but he's got so much left that it didn't really matter. I think he's got 5 or 6 Valks. And again, both hero abilities, and they're just not going to stop him. This base is done. And there he goes, pops the BK. He's even got a bowler in there. Oh, with the swag poison. We call that the ghost facial. Nice job, dude. Really nice attack. Keep it up, Ronnie. All right, what else we got? Brute there. Sir Will there. Let's look at Jarrod. Jarrod brought an air attack as well. This is an older base. This base used to be super popular, and I haven't seen it in a while. I'm not a big fan of it, but Jarrod does a nice job picking it apart. You can see he brings in a golem for tanking with some wizards to funnel, drops his AQ behind, pops that wall right there. His goal is to take out that first AD and that top right AD, plus the enemy AQ and the enemy CC, which he does here. So poisons the CC, drops that rage to get his troops in. Now he's got his BK and a bunch of Valks tearing up that 12 o'clock position on the base. And again, he's already taken out 2 ADs, the CC and the AQ. And there's not really much else that can stop him here. He misses his AQ ability, which is kind of a bummer, but I mean, again, you didn't really need it at that point. The Expos are at ground, like we just talked about, which is huge for air attacks. He brings 3 hounds on 2 ADs, and I mean, there's just nothing going to stop him. Nice spell placement to get his loons in there. Drops his rage to take out that third AD. The top AD is already gone. And then the Wiz Tower and those Teslas were kind of a pest, so he brings in that heal at the end. And this base is done. Unfortunately, that max sloppy does not pop to bring him the extra cleanup, but the initial attack was so quick that cleanup wasn't going to be an issue. Wow, he's got 2 sloppies up. Never mind, I thought there was only one. They were flying together. So he brought 3 hounds and only one of them popped, which is, whenever that happens, you can tell that the base was just destroyed, because if you're only popping 1 hound on a loon attack, it means you destroyed the rest of the base. So Luckily, the attack was quick enough that cleanup wasn't an issue. We'll speed this thing up as the loons and what is there, like 5 or 6 pups take the rest of this base out. So really nice attack by him. Just destroying this, again, kind of older base, but still a 3 stars, a 3 star. So nice job, dude. Keep it up. All right, let's look at a couple more here. Rock had to dip on that guy. Enki, Evan. So I saw a video on this a couple weeks ago where guys were replacing it. It's an HGHB style attack, but they're using P.E.K.K.A.s instead of giants. So it's an HPHB. Kind of a cool variation. I mean, if you war enough, you get kind of bored of doing the same attacks over and over. So you try to switch it up, and when a new attack strategy comes out, it's cool to take it on and see if you can make it work. So again, the same strategy as HGHB. You got to create the funnel, and then you bring in 3 P.E.K.K.A.s instead of your 12 giants. The same 4 healer support system behind with bowlers in the CC and your heroes. Drop the rage. Now again, for HGHB, the initial rage isn't necessarily for your kill squad, it's for your healers. So you want to make sure you don't lead it too much, because you want to keep your troops at full health, which raged healers will do. When healers are raging on a set of troops, nothing can take them out, not even a full CC. So make sure your initial rage on any HGHB or HPHB attack is a little bit more shallow. You can see his P.E.K.K.A.s, well, his entire kill squad essentially walks a little bit to the outside of the base, which is kind of a bummer, but I think they end up coming back in around the bottom right half of the base. You see him, he dropped a couple hogs up top because that AQ was taking on some damage to free her up so that she wouldn't get taken out too quick. And then it's just targeted hogs. When it comes to HEHB, it's not a hog dump. We call it a hog sprinkle. You don't just want to dump all your hogs at once. What you want to do is send in your hogs as defenses are being distracted by your P.E.K.K.A.s and your BK and your bowlers. So there could be a portion where you're only sending in 2 or 3 hogs at a time, and then you wait. And then 2 or 3 more. You sprinkle them in as defenses are being distracted. You don't just send them all at once. You can see he's got a ton of hogs. He's got all 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, both heroes, bowler. I mean, just absolutely destroyed that base. Really nice attack. Way to mix it up. Nice job there. Let's move down, see what else we got. Spyro with the 6-pack. Nice job by him. There's a couple dips here, so we won't watch those. Cody's been featured a lot. This guy does a really nice job. Another 6-pack for him. I mean, he's been racking up 6-packs left and right. He's really proficient at this Town Hall 8 Govaho. So let's watch him do it here. He brings in his golems from the top right, wizards behind to create the funnel. I mean, again, Clash 101. It's the same thing every time as far as the entry goes. And then once the trash on the outside's clear, you bring in your wall breakers to pop that wall. And then just like I said before, you want to wait. Now, if he would have sent his king and Valks in before the golems got into the base, the enemy CC would have targeted his kill squad and not his golems. And then there's a chance there that your BK and your Valks are going to get taken out. Drops a double poison. He's got a couple wizards in there from his funneling troops to help take out that drag. Drop the rage to get your golems and your Valks into the core of that base. I mean, this base was super funky. It's definitely not a high quality base because you know where all the big bombs are going to be at that core. So basically all you got to do is get your Valks and golems into the core of that base and it's over. So you see he's got a ton of hogs, drops that heal to keep him up. And then there's just nothing else in this base that's gonna stop him. I mean, he definitely could have swagged that heal, but he drops it just in case. I mean, it's important that Town Hall 8s smash Town Hall 8s and 9s don't have to dip. So I think he was just being better safe than sorry there. But drops his heal and the rest is cleanup. Smash the space. Really nice job, Cody. Keep it up, man. Keep bringing in the support down at Town Hall 8. Again, it's real important that 8s clear 8s. if you have to have a bunch of 9s dropping to clear 8s, that's no good, because then they can't help as much on top. Just a great attack by Cody. Great string of wars for him with the 6-packs. Keep it up, dude. And last but not least, this war was already over. We already had a perfect war. So Fleg wants to come in and drop the nail in the coffin on this guy. I'm gonna speed it up. There's no strategy here. He's got max Town Hall 11 troops that he brings on this Town Hall 8. Again, he's just messing around. It was already a perfect war. No need to do anything. He doesn't really need the loot. So he drops these mass miners in, takes out this base, and right before it's over, brings a happy face with the spells. Good job, man. Way to drive it home, dude. So that's it. The third war recap video. If you haven't seen the first two, make sure you check those out. Make sure you like the videos and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy watching us war. Leave some comments and let us know how you guys feel, and just keep checking back in. Again, super proud of Friends 3. Keep it up, guys. Keep up smashing these bases. Keep bringing the perfect wars, and we'll see you next time. Peace.